So we've got to go and interrogate some locals. Right. I don't know
If
if...
Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Right. So maybe I'll have to interrogate these people again. I'll start with the servant. Wench. Hey, wench.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
Ooh, I could go in hard, like. I'm going in hard. Raw
I
dog.
spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
He's gonna have a fight.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin, his hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Oh, she thinks he's got the Spanish virus or whatever it's called.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Oh, thank you for your candor. So what's this? Citizen hint. You just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen or someone related to them. Ah, right, okay. Press that to open the citizens menu. As a vampire, you need human blood to evolve. The blood quality bar indicates the XP you'll earn if you feed on this citizen. Unlocked hints increase the amount of XP. Who's she? Sabrina Cavendish. You have 1500 XP for eat her. What's going on here? Alright, so I can look into her social circle and I can see Tom Watts. Tom and William Bishop used to be good friends. She hasn't got anything else, has she? Look, I what she has. But maybe I need to speak to other people to get. Ah, this is clever. Dyson Delaney, who's this? Oh, that's the drunk.
You best talk to Tom.
Right, how and Tom. Interrogate him. I need answers.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Funny that. As a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information thanks to hint you've discovered. Talk to me about William.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Ha! He's got the bloody force. He's got the powers of the force. I forgot what it's called. Force persuasion. Right, why lie to me?
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Fair enough. It's still a lie even if you omit the truth.
Who is he?
William, just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I wonder if he's a vampire. And he was trying to feed on him. Could be.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Oh, Tom the Mess. Now what does this guy say?
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Right, I can't say anything
I'll
else
leave
to
you
him.
to your bottle then.
Is there anyone else in here? There's not, is there? I've only got these. Oh, I've got. Right, that's the girl. Let's see what she sees again.
Please, leave me alone.
Nah, that's it.
He didn't deserve this.
There's gotta be something.
Right, track the killer, inspect the boats. I was wondering if I could teleport over there, but it doesn't look as if I can. Oh, it's like crime and mystery. I love it. Limehouse Dock.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue.
I forgot how you
What's
run.
been done
Oh,
to
you
me,
hold
to
down
this
B.
city.
Oh, hello.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
It's a Tom. Pick up the note.
What's this? Some sort of note.
What about the boat?
Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
Vampyr.
There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Right, wait, I need to check out this note. How do we do this? How the hell? It... How do you... I don't know where I get that note from. Hold on. Aha, there it is. Pruin orders. Some orders written onto a mechanical typewriter. Multiple deaths in the docks region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. So was this person a hunter? According to recent reports, this vampire is very violent.
These men, they're a company of professional
Yeah.
vampire hunters.
Seems to be the case. Boosh! Teleport, son. Where am I actually going? Follow the blood trail from the pier. Oh, here we're going. Oh, there's a hunter. Right. Opportunity attack A. Out of combat, silently behind an enemy. Stealth kill, baby. Oh, yes. One of them. Shadow bomb. Oh, is this loot? Bullets. Ranged weapons. Equip and press Y to use your ranged weapon and inflict both damage and stun.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Yes. Right, hold on. Aha. How do you reload? I've only got that. Right, so how do I switch? Hold on. Right. Alright, so left and right on the D-pad switches between. That's nice, so you can equip multiple things. Right, there's two guys there. Brawler. These aren't hostile though. Press left to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. Oh, they are enemies. Some enemies more resistant to certain types of damage. 4 types of resistances. Melee, ranged, blood and shadow. Orange indicates a medium resistance. Red indicates high. So he's got high resistance to bullets. And none to either vampire powers. Same. Let's see if we can get a stealth kill on anyone. Get some of that up here. Oh shit. Hey, this guy's a beast. I've got an Oh, the combat could be quite challenging. Oh, he can. This guy's so big I can't attack him with this stun. Right, I'm going for this guy because he's a bit easier. Ooh, right. The combat's quite challenging. Fuck me, this guy's a prick. Bloody hell. Right. So you cannot always rely on the stun on those big guys. They're very resistant to it. Hey, this game could be a challenge. I like it. And you loot corpses as well. Right, so where we're going? Gonna.
Steady, boys!
Charlie Murphy, bitch!
Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Oh, yes. See ya. Oh, I love how fast you can move with the dodge. It's phenomenal. Oh, what's this? New practices, new tactics. Some of our companions consider that the best advantage we have in our fight against leeches is that they can't go out during the day. We can hunt them when they hide. Fair enough, that is a good tactic. So I wonder if there's loot boxes. I'm just gonna have a quick look about. I wonder if you can do aerial attacks. Ah, there is. Only really contains bullets by the looks of things. Possibly crafting materials? Oh, hello. Oh, they use Labara. The shotgun in it. 160 damage. Right, come on then. How do I go about doing this? Ah, it doesn't have any stun. It just does massive damage. I think I'd rather have that as damage. I'll use the stake as stun. Ah, but I've only got 3 bullets. I only got but 2 bullets in this motherfucker. Use this for now.
Are you dead?
Who? There's another guy in here. Oh, he's over there. Oh, there's a guy upstairs.
I said stay away, sir.
What are you gonna do about it? Oh, shit. Let me taste your blood. Aluminium powder. Rats and hideouts. Rats are often located near hideouts. Using sensors will help you locate them more easily. This is a hideout up here. Champion. Yeah, well, might as well sleep. I don't think I can upgrade anything. I haven't got enough XP. What would I upgrade if I was going to upgrade something? Probably health, I think. I can get 3. That's only 300 XP. Endurance. Stamina's good to have. Blood capacity. Nah. Increase your blood absorption when using bite in combat. That could be good. Increase your life regeneration when using bite. Increase the damage inflicted. I would like... I love everything in this tree. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. That is phenomenal. Same for endurance. No special abilities. Nope. What about this? Is this all just damage inflicted? Fucking hell, look at that. Increase your life regeneration. Tell you what, I'm gonna save me points, so I don't really need any of this yet. Come on, let's get this investigation complete. What's this? Aha! Dash, refill all. Since we're finding shillings, I wonder if there's a shop. Probably will be, you know. Right, I seen there was a guy around here. I need to be careful. Well, the blood's gone through there.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Sean. William Bishop.
As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before.
Axe. Oh, a scythe. Equip a two-handed weapon and press Y to use a special ability. The scythe for instant can be used to parry an incoming attack. Oh my god, parries. Inflicting heavy stun damage. Right. This is all me, baby. This is what I'm talking about. Parry. Right, are we ready? I want to parry this motherfucker.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh shit, the bear, look at it. Oh, I thought I was gonna parry that, but he fucking ate it. Oh, it takes massive stamina. Oh yes! Do you see the fucking parry there? Oh, you can't parry that. I need to fucking be careful there, like. Get out! You will suffer! Come on, baby. I love the parry. Oh, I tried to parry that stupid move again. You fucking son of a bitch. Dead. Use bludgeon. Is that any good? A wooden stick reinforced with a metal edge, destined to crush skulls and bones. Yeah, not a fan. I like this sight though. You there.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I
Oh,
must
shit.
return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Is that the doctor from the... Oh no, it's the
Remember,
woman.
certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
She is one of us.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Oh, beast me.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Nice.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Yeah, he was weak. He was a weak species. Can we go above? No. I thought there'd be some loot boxes. We have nothing. Let's go. All aboard. I need to get out of these dirty clothes, man. I'm walking about like a proper tramp. He's got mad reversing skills, this guy, like.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
No, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Well,
London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal. If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
So he was a medic, he wasn't a soldier.
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Sounds like a plan.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I've got my partner in crime now. Jolly good, sir. Pembroke Hospital.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Edgar. Hey, he's decked out in some fancy threads, honey. Oh, yes. Suits you, sir. Oh. Suits you, sir. So what we're going to do, analyse William Bishop's blood in the hospital. Well, we're at the hospital. Ah, very good. Oh my god, this game's actually
It's
mint.
okay, Jonathan. I'll see you later.
Right, okay, well, I need to get to the hospital. The fuck?
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
What the fuck? These guys just had a fight.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Right, so what's this? The blood quality indicates how much XP you'll obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, you get more XP. Okay. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerize them, lead them out of sight from others. Your mesmerized level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press left bumper to mesmerize Clay. First off, Clay Cox. Who is this guy? Well, he has hints. So I've got near. I'm not gonna eat him. Not yet.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Well, I don't want to. I wonder if this is a tutorial. Is this showing us like I have to do this? I'm not gonna eat him. I did what I didn't want to. I want to put him in a. Right. Press A to embrace Clay Cox or B to release him. Embracing him will provide a massive XP boost, but beware that there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting their hints will increase their. I want to wait. I want to release him. And I'll come back for you. There you go, sunshine.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna let him stew, let him brew for a bit, put him on the slow cooker. Right, let's see what he's got to say for himself.
What happened? Whoa, I feel giddy. Did I black out?
Right, so he must survive, which is good. Let's get the hospital. Oh. Tiny common handle pot.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
That is the voice of the guy that did this to me. I wonder what. I bet he's using it as a pawn. I'm merely a pawn in his game. Oh, look, there's people all over. Who's this?
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan.
News
Welcome
travels
to the
fast.
Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
It certainly is.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy. Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Hold. Dig your heels in, hold on, baby.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Huh. So there's turmoil already.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Dr. Tippett's new hint, awesome.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
It said his best, I wonder if it's a man. Medical checkup, right bumper, press for details. Alright, so that tells us about her.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Huh. I can mesmerize her if I want. I'm not going to do that. Oh, I need hints.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet.
Brilliant.
Most.
It would.
Right, so that's it. That's all she's got at the minute, unless we get
Goodbye,
hints.
nurse.
Fair enough. And you can press A, you can press square or X to skip the dialogue, which is good. Alright, when I'm hurrying, I'm speaking to your staff.
Doctor, where have you been? I've
Well,
little
Doctor.
time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found
Yeah,
a
man.
wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you.
Way I.
Nurse Crane, isn't it?
They act fast,
Yes,
didn't
Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask
Right.
a few questions first.
they? Yeah, let's find out. Ask about Swansea.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
I've known him like 2 minutes, pet.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Right, Howard, let's go and
Thank
find me
you,
office.
Nurse Crane.
Oh, there's got Dr. Tippett. Unknown over there. How about go and see Tippett first? I've heard a lot about you.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before. at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr.
Rockefeller.
Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
His name is Ho. H to the OV. He used to push slow flakes by the OC. Rockefeller, son. Oh, look, you are exhausted. Ah, that's the hint. Before I do that, let's ask him about shit.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
People are more important.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
It doesn't.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Who is this little shit who's not very good?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
Nice.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Awesome, we've got some hints by just asking him that simple question.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Well, he certainly has been tonight. Right, let's tell him he's exhausted.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Ooh, maybe I should say Nurse Brannigan is worried because he's got a lot of respect for her.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Ah, nice. So, we've smashed that one out of the park. What's next? Right, we can't ask him anything else.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Right, so you might actually get some rest now, which is good. I want to go back. Wait, I want to go back and see her. Is that her there?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Ha ha ha. Baby, baby.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Ah, very good, very good.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Right, so I seem to be working my way with these people. Do I need to press? Oh no, I thought my health regenerated, but I've just noticed it's not. Ah, look, I can go in this cupboard. Glass pile. Who's this?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Oh, he's a trader. Awesome. Right, well, before we do that, let's ask about him. Smuggling weapons.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
Fair enough.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Milton fucking Keynes.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Nice, so we got side quests. New investigation. Right, we need a hint for that. Hint for everything else. Okay, let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Oh, I'd like to see your goods, Reed. What do you think of this? Buy. Milton shotgun. Damn. 300 damage. How much is it worth? 315 gold. I've got 40 gold. Shotgun shells are only 3 gold each. Right, well, oh, junk. I could sell junk, but that's just near point. Right, so wait there. Enter the backyard garden. We'll do that. We'll do that later.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
So many people to talk to him, and the game seems so massive. Oh, there's people screaming.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Well, yes, you've interrupted me. I was practicing for my part in the new Spider-Man movie. Doesn't this guy look like the new guy who plays Spider-Man? The fucking young kid, except this guy's a little bit older. Yeah, certainly. I've just finished filming the Avengers.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Oh, here a guy is sniveling a little shit.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Mate, I'm a professional blood doctor. What could possibly go wrong?
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Fair enough. New hint available.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon. And it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative. It is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
Aye, but you gotta push the boundaries. You're not gonna be stuck in the fucking dark ages all your life. Right,
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
I think we've done everything with him. We've got a new hint, but I don't know who with. Oh, there's that lass.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Nothing. There's a patient over here and a doctor. Alright, Sunshine?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
I can fix your fucking arm. Give it here.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Right, so this Ackroyd.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Right, so I need to find Ackroyd and... This must be the S guy, I forgot his name.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Strickland.
Dr. Reed.
Yes.
Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Ah, my reputation precedes me. Aha, look, that's the thing we unlocked. We'll see that first.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
Ackroyd does sound like a grade A prick, but I've got a feeling he's not.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Fucking #1 fan.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Nice, I agree.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Hey, that's exactly what I said. Me and this guy are cut from the same cloth. Maybe not quite.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
So him and Milton are buddies. Bang, we've got this now.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Ah. This game is so, like, I love how, like, clever and, like, entwined it is. It's so fucking interesting.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
But this guy's like taking the holistic approach, taking everything into consideration, which I think is probably a good way to do it.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Right. Unfinished letter. What's this? Pembroke Hospital. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell. Blah 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 blah. So that's his letter. He was writing this. And that's that's another thing I've got to ask him about. Right, let's converse with him some more.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Nice, nice.
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Nightmare.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
I love how he speaks when he does that.
I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Ah, the poor little bleeders. Right, watch this. Why feel guilty about your injury?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Shit. That'll play on your mind, wouldn't it? Right, that's it.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Right, let's speak to him again, see if we've got anything unlocked with him.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you.
I think I've already done that, haven't I?
Tell me more about...
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury.
What is it you really want?
Fair question.
Yeah, we've already... Oh, that's the same guy, man.
Goodbye, Dr.
I don't want to speak to him. I want to speak to his mate. Ah, where's he gone? Ackroyd.
I'm quite busy.
Yep.
Thank you for
Nothing
your time.
yet.
We'll
Right, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go and find my office. And then I'll see if we can save the game and we'll explore the hospital in the next episode. Right, I need to get upstairs. They're at the stairs. I'll speak to this guy first.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. especially when he was supposedly
Rakesh.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
What are you trying to say? He's a grave robber, aren't he?
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
Fair play.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
Hey, this guy. I like this guy. I like this guy's outlook. He's...
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Hey, Milton seems to be the backbone of people, of him helping people get jobs.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
You could say that. She's relieved of her own blood. But I need more hints.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
That's very, very interesting. Because if you think, what's the famous thing from Batman? Like, heroes. What is it like? All heroes eventually become the villain, or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's what he's probably saying about immortality, innit? All good men are only good for so long.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Whew. He's dropping knowledge bombs here.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
I like this guy. He's possibly the favourite person I've met.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade. I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
Fair enough. Let's have a quick look at what he's got.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really.
He sells opium. I'm gonna get high as fuck, son. This formula written on a piece of paper seems complex and needs to be analysed. Codeine. Awesome. This guy's got some good shit.
It's locked.
Locked? Alright, okay. Right, let's go. We've got to get to the second floor. I need to find my office before I end this episode.
Outside, Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
It's on the second floor, isn't it? Oh, maybe that's too high. Was it the first floor? You can't remember. I'll see some mad loot. Yeah, we'll go.
This must be the place. It's
You
definitely
hide out.
away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
This is more like it. I wonder if that's like infinite ammo. Like as soon as you get back to a hideout, you can just automatically refill your ammo. I like that. I do like that mechanic. And this is more my style. Welcome to my humble abode. Article of Econs. It's a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational... That's what he's interested in. He's interested in vampires. 10 glass vials.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Well, if I had some water, I would help. Unfortunately, I do not. Right, let's see if I can save the game. There, the game. So every time you rest on the bed, it automatically saves. That's good. And I'll leave it there for now. Right, so next episode, what were you even doing? Oh yeah, I'm going to do that side quest from Milton, where I'm going to go into the backyard and find that patient, the person that attacked them. And I'm going to analyse William Bishop's blood at the workbench. Right, see you there lads for more investigation and vampire shenanigans in a bit, lads.